I remember I ended up waking up and I woke up absolutely naked, not wearing anything. And I look around my apartment and I realized I wasn't in my apartment in the first place. And then I look beside me and I realized there's a girl that I have no idea who she is, like zero clue. And I looked to myself in the mirror that was in front of me and looked at myself saying, who am I and who is this girl? Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba and welcome back to another insane story. Now, you guys know that I do the Devil's Tango a lot in life. Don't get me wrong, but honestly, one thing's for sure, there are moments where I just magically end up doing it without even knowing. I would definitely say this is a curse more than a gift. And no, I am not flexing this to anyone right now, okay? Like, I don't believe this is a flex in any way. If anything, it could lead to more dangerous places. But this story all starts off back when I was 19 years old. Now, when I was 19, I was legal age to do anything. If you guys don't know, here in Canada, you're able to drink at the age of 19. So me, I would always go out and party when I turned 19. Like, it was just something I just had to do, knowing that I was out of high school. And on top of that, I had my own car. I had my own place. Like, I was almost living the dream. But thanks to you guys, I mean, technically speaking, I am living the dream and I love you guys for it no matter what. But going on with the story, I remember there was a time where I was so focused on my own thing where I would stream and just make videos all the time. And then out of nowhere, I ended up getting a random phone call. Now, not a lot of people have my phone number. Usually only people that like I went to high school with also like had my number saved, but that was like all from like high school. But I remember my phone ended up ringing and I ended up picking it up and I said, hello? Yo, Bubba, how's it going, bro? It's me. What do you mean it's you? I don't know who this is. Bubba, you don't remember me, bro? We were like best friends in high school. Now, before I say anything, a lot of people have made that claim, but I'm gonna be honest, if they call me Bubba and not by my actual first name, which is Arash, then they definitely weren't my friends in high school. But going on, I remember he ended up saying, yo, so Bubba, I heard you live like near the apartments at the club. Like, do you want to like maybe like go to the club sometime? Like, I'm going tonight with me and my friends and I was just wondering if you wanted to tag along, you know, for like old time's sake. I don't know, man. I got a lot to do. Come on, man. You're already successful. You have it all. Just come on, bro. Just come tag along. It'll be fun. At that moment, I kind of just think, you know what? Maybe it'll be a good thing if I actually, you know, get out of my room once in a while and go actually make friends and hang out with more people. So I remember I ended up getting ready that night and I got dressed and everything after finishing all the work I need to do. And then I ended up leaving for the door. When I got downstairs to the front of my apartment building, instantly I saw my friend that I actually did recognize from high school, but he was actually a bully back when I was in high school. So the fact that he wanted to hang out with me was really out of nowhere. Nor do I remember actually giving him my number, but that's not the point. Going on, I remember I ended up meeting up with him, dabbing him up, and then, you know, one thing led to another. We actually all ended up walking to the club together since it was literally right across the street. But as we were walking there, I remember we ended up seeing a group of girls walk into the club, and that's when my friend says to me, yo, Bubba, bro, you should go up to those girls, bro, and tell them who you are. What do you mean? Who am I? Bro, you're Bubba. You know what I'm saying? Like, go and like talk to them. Get them, boy. Nah, I'm good. I don't really like showing it off, which is true. I'm gonna be honest, guys, with you for a minute. I never go up to people and tell them that I make videos for a living because, well, in my opinion, it's kind of embarrassing and awkward. Not saying it's embarrassing to be a creator and entertain you guys. It's just I never know how to go with that conversation since usually people my age are in school becoming like, you know, scientists or lawyers or something more important in society. But I remember I ended up basically like telling him like, nah, I don't really like showing it off. Like, it's not my thing. And then he told me, Bubba, bro, come on, man. You can get all the ladies, bro. Which, to be honest, I never really cared about at that moment. I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I cared about was just me, myself, and I. We ended up walking into the club and we were just hanging out, all doing our own thing. And as we were getting drinks to like, you know, enjoy ourselves, out of nowhere, I ended up seeing one girl walk up to us. She walked up to us and she looks at me saying, hey, I have a question. Are you Bubba? Now, at this moment, my eyes opened wide. Like, I was thinking, bro, there is no way this girl watches my videos. Like, there's no possible way whatsoever. But then afterwards, I ended up looking at like where she came from and I realized one of my friends that was a part of the group that we were like, you know, going to the club with was talking to the group of girls. At that moment, I knew like, okay, like he definitely was like telling them like who I was and everything. So I stood up and said, yeah, hi, I'm Bubba. Nice to meet you. I ended up shaking hands with her and me and her, we actually got talking. We started talking and everything. And I remember this girl so perfectly. She had like white, like platinum hair and she had like lip fillers and she was actually like a pretty decent, attractive girl. She was also definitely older than me because like, I'm not gonna lie, she looked like she was more in like her mid 20s while I was just about to hit my 20s that year. So me and her, we ended up going to the bar and we started drinking and just started basically talking about basic things in life. And she wanted to get to know more about me and also how much money I made. Honestly, it's really weird when people ask how much money you make when you make videos on the internet. Like, please never ask that question, ladies. Like, it's not cool whatsoever. But me and her were speaking and then out of nowhere, I remember over time, a lot of girls that like she was friends with started coming by and saying hi to me. And it got pretty interesting because it got to a point that night where I don't remember anything. This is probably gonna be the first time I ever say I don't remember something because I usually usually I say, I remember this, I remember that. But at this moment, I don't remember anything. Like, my mind went blank when I basically tried to think of what happened after. But what I can say is that things end up going insane in this next part, because I remember the way this happened was super weird, because I end up waking up the next morning and I look around and I realize, okay, like, I'm in an apartment. I'm probably in my own apartment. But then I look down, I look around more clear, and I realize, bro, I am not in my own apartment whatsoever. I end up looking at the nightstand beside me and I realized that my phone was there. So I end up reaching for my phone, but right as I pick it up and try to turn it on, I realized my phone was absolutely dead. So not only did I not know where I was, but I also didn't have my phone to use. So I look around me even more and I realize right beside me, there was a girl that I had no idea who it was. You guys are probably thinking, oh, it was probably the girl from last night with platinum hair, right? Nope, not at all. She was some redhead girl that was just laying right beside me. Like, unless this girl was wearing a wig last night, bro, I have no idea who the person is right beside me. I try to like take a glimpse and look over and kind of see who it is, because I don't know this total stranger that's right beside me, not wearing anything. And also I wasn't wearing anything. So I was confused. But right as I start to look over and look at her face to see who she was, she instantly wakes up and says, oh, what? Hi, wait. What are you doing? Oh, sorry. I just woke up and I was just, checking for something. Oh, did you leave something on my side of the bed? Oh, no. I was just, I was just confused. Sorry. Okay, well, I'm awake now. So you want some coffee? Yeah, sure. I would love a coffee. I remember this girl ends up getting up and she goes and gets a robe that was hanging by the door and she puts it on and goes to the kitchen. And me, I'm just sitting there thinking, okay, what is this girl's name? Like, does she think I'm someone else? Like, does she know who I am? And I start really like trying to piece together what happened. I look over to her side of the nightstand afterwards and I realized that there was a phone charger, so I ended up plugging my phone in and basically letting it charge to see if maybe my phone can give me answers from last night. But then as I plug my phone in, she comes back in with a cup of coffee and she says, so last night was really fun. I really had a good time. Oh yeah, no, same. It was awesome. Yeah, so I was wondering, do you think like maybe like you want to like actually like go out properly sometime? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, cool. Also, do you want to go get cleaned up? We did a lot last night. When she said we did a lot last night, that's when I really started to worry, because I'm literally not wearing any clothes and I'm looking around to make sure if there was like a rubber that we used, if we ended up doing the devil's tango. I remember I looked at this girl and said, yeah, so I was just wondering, where are my clothes? Oh yeah, sorry, I spilled a drink on last night. And like, oh, you don't remember? I ended up putting it in the wash last night because I spilled a drink on you at the club. Oh right, yeah, I remember. Yeah, no, I did not remember. I'm gonna be honest, I had no memory whatsoever. But this girl, she ended up getting back up and like she ended up leaving the room once again, I guess to go do something in the living room. So I ended up getting up at that moment and I kind of just started wrapping myself up with a blanket that she had. And I walk up to her and say, okay, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you. How did I end up here last night? At that moment, this girl looks at me and her eyes go wide open. She says, wait, you don't remember? I mean, I remember some parts. Like, I remember I was talking to this girl, but then like out of nowhere, to be honest, my memory is really blurry. I was trying not to slip up at this moment because I was saying a lot of different things. And to be honest, my head was still really foggy from the last night. But then this girl ends up saying the one thing that I did not want her to say. And she said, Baba, do you even remember my name? Yeah. Right after I said no, she actually ended up kicking me out. But honestly, you guys can't blame me. Like, I didn't know anything. To be honest, what would you guys do in that situation? I know I didn't handle it well, but probably you guys would. And if you will, then fall for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.